Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Stepbrother playing The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. We have gotten ourselves a sword, and now we're coming through this tunnel to reach the Tower of Spirits. The door won't open if you just hit the switches in a circle. Okay. So it won't open if we just hit it in a circle, huh? Okay. So what do we need to do instead, then? The switch after the bottom switch is the left one. Okay, so I guess after the bottom one, the left switch is next after that. Okay, let's go to map. So, the left switch is after the bottom switch, so we'll just go B and then we'll go L. So left switch is after the bottom switch. Okay. Before you hit the bottom switch, hit the top one. So top, I guess, is before the bottom switch. There might be something in between. Probably should have left some room. Hit the right switch before the top switch. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Right, top, bottom, left. Okay, that's... Whoops. I already did that. Okay. So I guess now we know how it goes. Yes. It's a red rupee! Worth 20 rupees. Just a few of these will buy you something at the store. Nice. Okay, now we just take that, toss that over there, maybe grab this one while we're at it, and toss that over there. Nope, that doesn't work out. Okay. Then we'll just wait patiently for that one to blow. Patience. There we go. Okay, now, in order it says. So right is first. I want to get rid of these guys before we attempt it. Okay, so right is first. And then top, and then bottom, and then left. And voila, the way is open. Die, bugger. Squeegee. Okay. Floor number 3, and keys, die keys, and die keys, and, I did. Oh, thank you, Zelda! Even though you're a spirit, you can't really be hurt by these guys. Thank you! Those beasts were just terrifying! They were rats! I never want to see them again! Well, then you can just stay in my pocket. But, oh well, who doesn't have a fear? Who doesn't have a fear? Mine happens to be zombies. Ugh, I hate zombies. But, looks like we've made it. Wow. Well, after you. Man, it's a lot bigger in person. What's this train? This, my dear, is the Spirit's train. They entrusted us with its keeping. How did you know that? And you can hear me? Are you the sage of this tower? She's on wheels. Well, I wouldn't put it exactly that way. But I do watch over this Tower of Spirits. My name is Anjean. I'm glad to see you. There's something we have to talk to you about. Yes, that pallor you're sporting is quite frightful. One might even call it rather hideous, in fact. Okay. Hideous? How dare you! I see that feistiness runs in your family, my dear. Well,
there's no need to get your feathers all ruffled. Oh, did you know someone in my family? Feisty and bright, just like she was. The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? Yes, I'm one of your ancestors. I met her when she had just arrived here. She and I were friends for a very long time. My family first arrived here about a century ago.
Yep.
Were you already here in the tower then, Anjean?
That's a story for another time, my dear. Right now, we must discuss a matter more grave. Tell me, do you know the story of this tower? No.
Only what the folktales say. Long ago, the spirits of good and the Demon King were embroiled in a never-ending war. In the end, the spirits could not defeat him, but they did manage to imprison him in this tower.
It's not chains or bars that keep him imprisoned, but an energy that flows between the tower and the 4 temples that surround it.
Oh, of course, Anjean, the spirit tracks.
Correct, my dear. The spirit tracks carry that energy. If the tracks are lost, the tower's energy will fade. And so will the Demon King's prison. And that's just what the evil ones are after. How dare they? They aim to resurrect Malladus, the Demon King. Right now, my strength maintains his shackles, but it's only a matter of time until they're broken. Of course, in order to resurrect Malladus, they need one other key ingredient. A vessel from the royal line of ancient Hyrule, with sacred power coursing through its veins. Yes, Malladus requires you in order to return. But only your shell, my dear. It would be the only vessel suitable for him to inhabit. Yeah, totally.
We have to stop them. We can't let the Demon King return.
My thoughts exactly, my dear. At the top of this tower is your body. The Demon King's spirit is also there. To prevent him from possessing your body, you must fortify his prison. To do this, restore the energy between the temples and this tower. In other words, restore the tracks between here and the temples.
But how? How do we restore the spirit tracks?
Wow, she's got this evil look on her face. The answer lies above us in the floors of this tower. 4 stone rail maps are enshrined there. You must retrieve them. As you know, this tower connects our kingdom. Right now, the tower is filled with an evil energy. If you can get far enough to retrieve a rail map, a portion of the tracks will be restored. Start your search by climbing the stairs.
Of course! Thank you, Anjean. You have a very important mission ahead of you. The kingdom is in danger. We're all counting on you. You understand the gravity of the situation. Don't you just find the 6 around us and start time. We'll wait for you here. Let's hope this is always done. From what I understand, it's kind of a family tradition. No need to be scared. Just buck up and get moving.
Sorry to interrupt such an enthusiastic pep talk. You might be understating it there, Granny. But ascending this tower alone would be impossible. There are traps set to snag trespassers. Not to mention that pesky little monster infestation.
Is that so? Well, I feel terrible asking, but... Anjean, can you guide me upstairs?
Have you already forgotten what I said? I have my hands full just keeping the tower together. I'm sorry, my dear, but I just can't leave my post. Well, that's a pickle.
Then what should you do? Should we go back and get Alfonso?
Well, he's kind of in dire straits himself.
Oh, but he's wounded. Teacher, the captain of the castle guard? But I suppose there's no time for that, is there? What if you went with him, my dear?
What are you saying we break tradition and have the princess accompany the hero to retrieve save the princess? I like it.
Me? Go with him? But I'm not sure how much help would be in the state. Well, my dear, this kingdom is your responsibility. You mustn't ever forget that. I'm sure you'll find a way to help out somehow. Well, all right. We better get going then, Link.
As long as you don't make that scary face at me ever again. As long as you don't do that. She'd make a great spooky evil spirit. Anyways, alright, we're gonna go up the stairs. Yep, that's the one. So then, we're off to find...
So this is what the inside of the tower looks like.
Yeah, it's, windy.
Let's head over to that door, Link. Alright, let's go.
Alright then, up the stairs we get. This right here actually acts as... Do you want to go back to the entrance? Nope. It acts as a teleport, the same way that the blue light acted in the Phantom Hourglass. So it can take us back to the entrance, and the entrance can also take us back to the levels. Alright, so... We're going to come over here.
Look at those giant doors, Link. They look really heavy. I don't think one person can open them alone.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh my gosh! What in the world is that? I've never seen a monster as ferocious looking as that one, Link.
Neither have I.
Let's get out of here, Link.
Actually, run! I have. Just in a different lifetime. Ha! He! Who!
What's the matter? You look as pale as a ghost. Though given the company you've been keeping, perhaps it's no surprise.
Yeah.
Anjean, there's a ferocious monster up there with a great big sword. I don't see how we can possibly defeat it. Sounds like a phantom, my dear. They're the guardians of the Tower of Spirits.
Wait a minute, I thought they were Bellum's lackeys.
Though they look quite sinister, they won't harm anyone with a good heart. I know what I saw! It was definitely after us! Why do they think Link is evil?
Yeah, why? I'm just an engineer. A humble, good-hearted engineer.
There is one possible explanation. With the spirit tracks gone, perhaps an evil spirit has possessed the phantom. If that's the case, we might have trouble beating it. Hitting the phantom in the back with your sword should stop it for a while. But first you need to gather all 3 of the tears of light. That will power up your sword, then you'll be able to face the phantom. Collect the 3 tears of light and hit the phantom in the back. Sounds tricky. If anyone can do it, Link can.
You just barely met me. How do you know I could?
Alright, let's give it a try, Link.
Alright, back up we go. But with that, this is Super Stepbrother. To be continued.